This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE's leaders continue to offer condolences to the families of Emirati martyrs who died while performing their national duty during the Arab Coalition's Operation Restoring Hope in Yemen. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, accompanied by Dubai Crown Prince His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, are visiting mourning majlises across the country. During the visits with the families in Al Ain, Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah, His Highness recognized the brave sacrifices of the servicemen, expressing the nation's heartfelt sorrow to their families. And as the country continues to mourn the brave soldiers who lost their lives in the UAE's operations in Yemen, UAE lender First Gulf Bank has announced that it will be waiving any financial obligations for the families of the martyrs. FGB's managing director said that the bank wanted to honour the soldiers and support their families in recognition of the significant sacrifices made to support the people of Yemen. The initiative comes as part of FGB's responsibility towards supporting the UAE's community and its citizens, and will see the bank waiving any financial obligations for martyrs that have lost their lives in the war. Additionally, the Abu Dhabi-based bank has also donated 5 million dirhams to the Emirates Red Crescent's Yemen We Care campaign. The campaign was launched by the UAE government to support the people of Yemen and has been promoted in social media under the hashtag Yemen We Care. The campaign has raised more than $130 million since August 30. In other news, school inspections across the UAE will be unified as part of a new initiative being formulated by education authorities in the country. Within the framework of the new inspection guidelines set by the Ministry of Education, the Abu Dhabi Education Council, the Knowledge and Human Development Authority, and the Abu Dhabi Vocational Education Training Institute, school assessments will now focus on innovation in education, inclusion, self-evaluation, and exemplars of good practice. Officials speaking during the third Private Schools Annual Forum taking place in the capital outlined the plans, revealing that around 45 schools will be inspected using the new guidelines, and only those which are visited during the second term onwards need to change their self-evaluation form. The new framework means that schools must have a focus on innovation in all performance standards, with the inclusion of special needs students, another area of focus for the inspections. During Cycle 2 and 3 of the inspections, which took place from 2011 and 13 and 2013 and 15 respectively in the capital's private schools, 60 out of the 150 examined institutions remained at the same grade level, whereas 74 improved by at least one grade level and 16 deteriorated by at least one grade level. Over 3.5 million duplicates of various smartphone brands and eyewear that was intended to be sold locally and overseas were confiscated recently in a major crackdown by the Intellectual Property Protection Team from the Commercial Compliance and Consumer Protection sector in the Department of Economic Development in Dubai. According to DED officials, the counterfeit goods were uncovered during a random inspection in 3 warehouses in Al Qusais and International City. Over 2.6 million sunglasses and power sunglasses worth 125 million dirhams were confiscated from 2 warehouses in Al Qusais. The confiscated goods were duplicates of 18 well-known brands of eyewear. Meanwhile, the raid in International City yielded 61,768 duplicates of smartphones and 899,000 accessories worth 70 million dirhams. The inspection was part of DED's ongoing campaign to protect the rights of trademark owners, as well as consumers, and keep the local market free of counterfeits and commercial fraud. DED is currently recycling all confiscated items through special environmentally friendly processes. According to officials at today's press conference, there are a number of methods that consumers can use to spot fake items.
One of the most important things for consumers to pay attention to is the way a product is sold. If someone is selling an original item, he would do so publicly and not in a suspicious or secretive manner. When someone is selling counterfeit products, they do not give the consumer a receipt that includes the product name and details. Therefore, consumers must always ask for the receipt and check the product details on it. And we're always ready to help. If any consumer suspects that a product he bought is fake, he can come to our offices or he can call us and we will send someone to get the product so we can test it and check whether it was original or not.
Pharmaceutical company Mundi Pharma has announced the successful results of a research study to investigate the effectiveness of 3 betadine formulations against the Middle East respiratory syndrome virus. With approximately 1,188 MERS cases reported in 2012 by the Ministry of Health in Saudi Arabia, the potential of the virus spreading in September increases, with more than 2.8 million pilgrims expected to travel to the holy city of Mecca for the annual Hajj Pilgrimage. To date, there is no specific medication or vaccination available to effectively combat MERS. Therefore, in an effort to contain the spread of infectious diseases, the World Health Organization has issued guidelines on maintaining good personal hygiene, highlighting regular hand washing as the first line of defense in disease prevention and infection control. Furthermore, a recent in vitro study conducted by Marburg University in Germany on the betadine range of products scientifically proves its effectiveness against the MERS virus. The study was based on the latest EU test standard for virus testing and showed that the 3 betadine products tested in this study demonstrated virucidal activity against MERS with a rapid kill rate of more than 99.99% in only 15 seconds of exposure. According to health experts, proper hand hygiene and cough etiquette, coupled with betadine, will help in limiting the transmission of the virus and protect against the spread of infection among healthcare workers and the public during future MERS outbreaks.
We are in Europe, we want to establish a good standardized test method that can be done with all over the world. And therefore we did this study to compare the disinfectants and their activity against viruses. And to know this, we need some data how active they are against the very bad outbreak viruses like Ebola, pandemic influenza, or even MERS or SARS. The product we have tested were very effective against these outbreak viruses. The kill rate was more than 99.99%. And I would recommend always to use a product against viruses with this kill rate. It's not a cure, it's only a prevention method, but because we don't have any cure if in case of a new outbreak virus. Also in pandemic influenza virus, there were no shot available until a few months later. So in the case there's a new outbreak with a new unknown virus, or even a virus that we know now for 2 years, but we have no antiviral or vaccine available, you should prevent yourself with basic hygiene methods.
Finally, in the bulletin, Real Cinemas recently held its Young Filmmakers Awards ceremony to celebrate the winners of a month-long program conducted this year under the title Future Filmmakers Summer Camp, a first-of-its-kind initiative in the UAE. The workshops were part of a summer camp activities organised by Ema Retail in partnership with Murdoch University Dubai and was aimed to encourage a strong cinematic culture among children in the UAE by introducing them to the various aspects of filmmaking in order to help develop the next generation of cinematic talent in the country.
Education is very important for us, and to build new stories and to tell the consumers, crazy new things, and to tell the kids what will be the future. You know, these kids, they are passionate about cinema, of course, and maybe to realize their dreams. And I think this is something very important for real cinema, for the people to realize their dreams. So capitalize on kids, this is something amazing, and this is unique, and this is something that only real cinema can offer.
The real aim of this was to light a passion in these students. These are people who have an artistic talent or feel like they do, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to experience filmmaking for real, at least in a small scale, and hopefully light a passion that leads to some of them becoming filmmakers.
A red carpet gala was organised as part of the closing ceremony where the short films, conceptualised, scripted, shot and post-produced by the young participants, were shown on the big screen at Real Cinema in Dubai Mall. The young filmmakers also had the opportunity to walk the red carpet in style, recreating the glitz and glamour of mainstream film festivals. An expert jury evaluated the films screened to choose the winners in 2 categories, including seniors and juniors. The event was also attended by the participants' families and friends, as well as VIPs and industry professionals, who presented the awards to the winners in various categories.
I was actually the lead actress, and our movie is about a small city which is isolated from the rest of the world, but no one's allowed to go in or out. But of course, in every movie there's one curious person. I support the filmmaking process because although it's very complex at times, it's also very rewarding in the end, should I say, because you look at your work and you're like, wow, I actually made this.
I was a sister of the main actress, and my part was to convince her not to stay in the town and not to leave, because I knew that she's going to be in big trouble. Also, I'm a director, second director, but it's kind of like we're all directors.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience overall, testing out new shots, and it was basically following my dream. It's a dream come true, so I'm really excited. Yes, hopefully, if everything turns out great, then I'll be more than happy pursuing my dream, becoming a director.
It was fun, but also hard when we were trying to switch lives, and when I was trying to become a poor girl. It was. I was the director, and I had to write the script, and I had to tell the camera girl like what kind of angles to choose, and it was a little bit frustrating when everyone was like, messing up, but like it's hard, yeah.
So I was the assistant director, the camera girl, and the editor. Yeah. It was amazing because I'm a YouTuber and I love cameras. I love anything on camera. This is such a great opportunity for my future and stuff. So I'm so happy that it's such a great experience. I love it.